I firmly believe that as we're going forward now, it's going to, this next year, or actually 10 months until the next municipal election, we'll have an opportunity to really focus, like I say, on what's happening down in that area, and as a whole, taking the ranking the priorities of our capital projects and through operations as well. I think it's going to be great for all the residents of Clearwater County to going forward.
Welcome to Municipal Affairs. Today we're turning our attention to an important development in Alberta's municipal landscape, the amalgamation of Clearwater County and the former village of Caroline. On December 4th of last year, the Minister of Municipal Affairs in Alberta, Ric McIver, approved the order in council that would bring these two municipal entities together as one unified body. This historic change officially took effect on January 1st, 2025. For the residents of the village, this means a significant transition. Caroline will now be reclassified as a hamlet within Clearwater County, located in Division 6. Now, while the village's council concluded its term on December 31st, 2024, Barbara Gibson, a Village of Caroline councillor, would join the interim council composed of 6 Clearwater County councillors. This interim council will guide the municipality until the next municipal election scheduled for October of this year. On Tuesday, January 7th, the new interim council was sworn into office, and we caught up with interim Reeve Michelle Swanson after the first organizational meeting to talk about the path to this historic Clearwater County amalgamation and now the path forward.
Reeve, this is the first meeting of the newly amalgamated Clearwater County. You've just gone through your organizational meeting. You've just been acclaimed elected as the new Reeve. How are you feeling, and how's this experience been for Clearwater County and now the hamlet of Caroline?
This is going to be a new journey for our county 2.0. But understand that we already did the work ahead of time for the last 6 months in regards to administration and the councils, both the village and the Clearwater County village beforehand. So we do know going forward that things are still going to be sharing that knowledge and going forward. So I'm looking forward to learning more about the budget, learning more about the village and the hamlet rather, and knowing that we are going to be enhancing the opportunity for further services such as economic development down in that area.
So over the last year and a half, I would say probably almost 2 years, this process has been in and sort of just overtaken your county, the County 1.0. Now that it is done and over with, do you get a sense of relief that the hard work is done and now the true governing of the new Clearwater County 2.0 begins?
Yes, yeah, I firmly believe that as we're going forward now, it's going to, this next year, or actually 10 months until the next municipal election, we'll have an opportunity to really focus, like I say, on what's happening down in that area, and as a whole, taking the ranking the priorities of our capital projects and through operations as well. I think it's going to be great for all the residents of Clearwater County to going forward in our new municipality.
And one of the new additions to your team is Councillor Gibson, who was the former councillor for the Village of Caroline, and now she sits as a Clearwater County resident. Clearwater County councillor, apologize. You just had your organizational meeting. Does it feel like you've gotten into a groove already? I know it's early days, but you have 10 months to get 2 municipalities into one and get it working. Do you feel like you're cohesively working together already?
introduced Councillor Gibson early in the process. We started inviting her to our land use bylaw rewrite back in September. Councillor Gibson is very committed to to taking that extra time to learn about Clearwater County, and I'm sure some of us have already been looking. I'll just say that the two neighboring wards for Councillor Cermak and Councillor Jordan Northcott, they as well have been. They're more familiar with that area, and that. So I'm looking for. Yes, we are in sync. I think going forward, there's still options to to learn more, and I'm positive this is going to be good for all of us.
What's the next 10 months hold for Clearwater County 2.0 now? Because this is a new year, you are heading into a general election in October, and you have some big things that you have to get done as this amalgamation process now is unfolding. What do you see as you steer this council through this next 10 months as your first priority?
Yes, well, Clearwater County 1.0, we passed a very aggressive budget in regards to capitals. This next 10 months will be making sure that our priorities are in the right order and making sure that we're not jumping ahead into something that we may postpone some projects in order to ensure that this is a smooth transition and that the residents of Clearwater County can ensure that we aren't rushing anything and that we are ensuring that the necessary regulated legislative services are covered throughout the county.
So one of the big things that most people don't understand about the amalgamation process is the work the administration does behind the scenes. You've had a team led by CEO Amons working tirelessly behind the scenes to do this. What do you say to them heading into this next 10 months? CEO Evans has been very, and the administration team as a whole, have, as you've said, have worked tirelessly in this process. And as a council, we can only recognize that and ensure that they can only work to the capacity that they are, and to ensure that the things that are, like I say before, prioritize, things that are imminent and that need to be addressed, that they will bring those projects forward and those operations expenses forward that we need to look at. But overall, administration will be the ones carrying this forward, regardless of October's election period. So kudos to them for the smooth transition thus far. Last parting words for you, Reeve Swanson, is what do you hope people from Clearwater County understand about what's just transpired over the last 8 days when Clearwater County 2.0 is now up and running?
Yeah, it was interesting because, I mean, like all of us on New Year's Eve, when the clock struck 12:01 or 1:01 or 12:01, sorry, it was like, we're no longer Clearwater County. I'm now just an elected official, no longer Reeve. It's been very to talk to various residents over the holidays to let them know that this is now a lot of residents have already thought that this process had already been blessed and we were already operating as such, but now it's to allow the residents now to really dig deep and ask those other questions in regards and really get behind what has already been done. I think this is, like I say, very positive for our municipality as a whole, and we already recognize that the residents in the village and the surrounding county residents are working together to recognize the services that we will bring forward in 2025.
Reeve Swanson, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate it.
We also spoke with Clearwater County CAO Ric Mons about the newly amalgamated Clearwater County and what the work behind the scenes was like.
7 days into the Clearwater County 2.0, you've officially had your very first organizational meeting. You've hit the ground running. From an administration standpoint, how are you feeling about what's transpired over the last year and a half, almost 2 years, and now 7 days into the new municipality?
I think it's going to be exciting for our community as a whole. Getting into this is a long time coming, really. A former Reeve years ago said it best, and not my words, his. It's illogical to have 19 councillors governing less than 20,000 people. And this was a step in the right direction for our tax dollars, for efficiency. The best partnership is under one roof.
One of the big things that Reeve Swanson and I just chatted about was the work that your administration behind the scenes has had to do leading up to January 1st at 12:01, when Clearwater in the village of Caroline ceased to exist and Clearwater County 2.0, as the Reeve called it, began. What credit do you give to the hardworking men and women behind the scenes to get the municipalities to where they are right now?
Honestly, all of it. And I say that from the top down. If we didn't have the strength and bravery of leadership, both councils, Caroline and Clearwater, we wouldn't be here today. And behind that direction, staff did an amazing job in every department and every field. Because what doesn't it impact? What service isn't jeopardized or changing? Right from onboarding additional staff to changing snow removal practices to your Ag and Services Board. So everybody had a hand in this.
I know I said two questions, but I do have one final one, and that is to the people of the now hamlet of Caroline. What's your message from an administration standpoint to them today as they wake up 7 days into a new municipality that they're living under?
I guess my message from administrative would be it's my responsibility to administer out council's direction. And council said clearly, it's about making it better. It's about improving the infrastructure out there. Caroline's a priority to Clearwater County. It's the hub of the South. It holds a lot of importance for us. So given this council, the new council, the opportunity to get Caroline's priorities mixed in with Clearwater County's historic priorities and go through strategic planning to see where the new priorities fall out and then dealing with that community in as least disruptive way possible.
Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Municipal Affairs. Now, we hope you've enjoyed today's conversation and gained some valuable insights. To stay in the loop with all of our latest episodes, don't forget to subscribe to the show on your favorite platform and follow Cross Border Networks on all social media platforms. For even more content and learn more about the stories that you heard today and past stories, visit us online at crossborderinterviews.ca. Your support means the world to us, so share this episode with your friends, your family members, and even your community. Help keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll be back next week with a brand new episode of Municipal Affairs. Till then, everyone.